Yes, guys, yes, people, welcome back to a Light Talks Football and welcome to another video. I hope you guys are doing alright, but I know if you're a Chelsea fan, you're frustrated like me because Forest remain unbeaten at Stamford Bridge. They didn't win, they remain unbeaten. And it's so frustrating because we couldn't beat against a low block. Another game we're struggling against a low block. But what really frustrated me is that Nottm Forest were down to 10 men, and we still couldn't beat them. So, very disappointing. Listen, we may not lose, but it feels like a loss. But Liverpool have lost to Forest at home. We already drew to them. And if we would have had a striker, we could have won this game. Whether it's like Joanne or Victor Osimhen, could have won this game. So this is why I've been telling people, why we needed a striker. Because Jackson, is a good player. But when it comes to finishing, it has been frustrating. It has been. And today wasn't good enough. Wasn't good enough. And there's some players that weren't good enough as well. But today, Jackson has proved to me why we needed a striker. And this is why I blame, the recruitment team for not getting a striker. We're close to getting Victor Osimhen, but it didn't happen. So if you think you're not going to get Victor Osimhen, get another striker. Whether it's Ivan Toney, or whether it's Ollie Watkins, or whether it's Victor Gokawes. Give me a striker, that can be clinical. Because Jackson, like I said, is not a striker. He's a winger. Yes, he's underrated because he can score goals. He has great wing clock play. When it comes to finishing, it can be frustrating. This is exactly why we needed a striker. So, unfortunately, we didn't. But anyway, guys, I'm going to get into the important points of this game. So, make sure you guys smash a like, subscribe to the channel if you're new, hit the bell notification as well. And let's get into it. So, Maresca has made 11 changes from that 4-2 win against Ghent. But in the Premier League, 0 changes. So, obviously, Robert Sanchez starts in goal. We had Gusto as right back. 2 centre-backs of Waste Fofana and Levi Colwell. Left back is Kukureya. Then we had the 2 pivot of Enzo and Caicedo. Right wing was Madueke. Left wing was Jadon Sancho. Sorry, guys. Let me just mute this. Left wing was Jadon Sancho. And up top is Nicholas Jackson. So, I'm going to tell you guys what the formation was and, and all that stuff. So, listen. So in the first half, sorry guys, let me just get it up. So in the first half, we basically played like a 3-2-4-1 formation. So basically we had our pass map. It was Sanchez in goal. We had Kukureya as left centre back. Colwell in the middle, and Fofana as the right centre back. That we basically had Moise Caicedo. Looks like he was closer to Gusto than he was to Enzo. Then we had Madueke playing as a right winger. He was further up the pitch. Cole Palmer's in the right-hand side position, but it looks like he was playing as a midfielder. We had Jadon Sancho on the left wing and Jackson, as a false 9. And looking at this year, in the first half, we were terrible. We were absolutely terrible because the only player that gave Jackson any sort of service was Levi Colwell, None of our attackers gave Jackson enough service. And that's the same for Christopher Nkunku, So I'm not going to blame Enzo Maresca, but I think I'm going to start him off first because I think the lineup for me was wrong. Because I wanted Tosin to start alongside Levi Colwell. I wanted Neto to start because, like I said, Madueke has been frustrating. The only thing I will give Madueke credit for is that he did score the goal. But other than that, he still wasn't that great because the first half, when it comes to decision making, instead of him passing it to Jackson, he just shoots, Like, it's unbelievable. Like I know he did that against Wolves, but that was because Palmer, gave the ball to him. Palmer didn't gave the ball to Madueke sometimes, but when it comes to the final decision, it was poor. It was poor. Palmer, was a bit quiet, but I will say is that he had the best chance to score, but unfortunately the ball didn't cross the line because the referee didn't point to his watch. So, but listen, other than that, Palmer got the assist, but like Madueke has been quiet in this game. I think for me the only best attacker in this game was Jadon Sancho. Yes, he may not get the assist, but he was cooking on the left-hand side. The decision maker was good. The way he just went past the the defenders was good. So yeah, Jadon Sancho for me was the only player in the first half that did really well. He was probably our best attacker in this game. He really was. I think Enzo and Caicedo has been a white in the midfield, but the only problem for me is that when I saw Enzo Fernandez playing high up the pitch, to me it made no sense. It really didn't, because we saw this under Pochettino and we saw Pochettino getting off stick. Now the question is, will we see Moes getting the stick as well? Because, like I said, in order to get the best out of Enzo Fernandez, make him drop deep, make him play alongside Caicedo, because that's how you get the best of him. But we didn't, because looking at his pass map here, he was closer and he was making passes here more to Jadon Sancho than he did to Caicedo. Like, for me, that was so frustrating. And the thing is that Palmer, can play one in white wing position, but when he was behind Madueke, to me, it made no sense. He was closer to Madueke than he was in a 10 position, So listen, Palmer, last season, yes, he has the one in white wing, but his best position is a number 10. Because when he played that position, he can deliver. That's why for me, Palmer had a bad game, but I think the tactics weren't that great from a Wesker. It really weren't, Jackson, like I said, I think he was terrible in this game, but the fact that he was, not getting enough service wasn't that great, even the second half, not enough service, Yes, the likes of, Enzo and also Liverpool made more passes to Jackson, but he was isolated in this game, just like Christopher Nkunku. Yes, Jackson was playing in deep, but as you can see here, it was only Liverpool that made more passes to Jackson than any other player. So it has been frustrating, We saw the likes of Gusto playing as white wing back, and I thought he did all white in this game. Liverpool, brilliant block in the first half to deny Chris Wood, So yeah, Liverpool is getting better and better and better. I think Kuko was good as well. Who was? I think Wesley Fofana, I don't think it was that great. I think Fofana was the more frustrated defense than Liverpool and Kuko and the West of our defense. I think Wesley Fofana was being frustrating, but the worst thing is that since he got a yellow card for that far in the second half, he will miss the Liverpool game. So it looks like Tosin is going to get a start. But maybe I could be wrong on that one. But Wesley Fofana will miss that game. And say if it goes for Kukuea, but I'll get into the referee in just a minute. But yeah, first half, we were terrible. But in the second half, we were so much better, because as you can see here, instead of Caicedo playing high up the pitch, he was playing deep, and he was closer to Caicedo than he did to Jadon Sancho. So to me, if Enzo Maresca would have done this in the first half, I would have believed we would have won that game. I really would, And that formation, we played basically like a 3-2 formation because like I said, because it looks like to me that Palmer and Jackson was playing as the front two, but instead of playing a bit higher, there was a bit deeper. You know what I mean? So so maybe Maresca should be changing that, but at least in the second half we have looked a bit better. And as you can see here, Jadon Sancho, passed more back to Enzo than he did to Cole Palmer. So that's why I think the tactics for me was wrong for Enzo and Wesker, especially in the first half. In the second half, it was good, but I think he should have done a bit better. So there we go. But listen, it is what it is. We're due to this game, and yeah. So, and then we made a change for Chelsea. I'm just going. So yeah, let me just have a look. So we basically made the change. So we basically in the 80th minute. Let me just see if I can get this one right. So basically, in the 80th minute, we made 2 substitutions. We took off Nicholas Jackson and brought on Nkunku. Then we took off Enzo Fernandez and brought on João Felix. And it looks like João Felix was playing as a left midfielder, you know, which I don't think he was right, by the way. But for me, I think the substitutions were alright, but it looks like it was way too late. Now, I do understand about the 13th minute, but I think it was way too late. If West could have done this earlier, I think we would have won this game. But the fact that he did this way too late, it's not good. It is not good. But yeah, another substitution during the 90th minute. We brought on Mudryk and we took off Jadon Sancho. And when Mudryk came on, he was really good. He was making good runs, you know, going to the final third. Like, you know, he was good in the final third as well. You know, being in the right position, his passing was good. So I think Mudryk did really well, of course. Then we took off Madueke and we also brought on Neto. And by the way, Neto, when he came on, you know, when it comes to crosses, he can deliver. And this is why in my match preview yesterday, I wanted Neto to start, you know, because I think he would do a much better job as a right winger than Madueke, you know. When it comes to crosses, he was good. He had the chance, but he made some great ones. So, and of course, he did get a yellow card. But I think when he came on, he looked really good. And obviously, our last substitution was Lever Cole coming off for Tosin, you know. I would have thought that he would have taken off Wes Fofana instead, but he actually brought on Tosin, and it looks like Tosin was playing as left centre back and Wes Fofana as the right centre back, which for me that makes no sense. It really didn't. But listen, it's been frustrating. We drew this game, but we're still in 4th place because Aston Villa and Manchester United have ended in a goalless game. So at least we may score one more. We may not score like more than 3 goals in this game, but listen, we're the second best attacking team because Man City have scored 17 goals and we scored 16. So yeah, we're in 2nd place right now. So obviously, they've still got a lot of work to do. And by the way, the goal we conceded, yes, from set pieces, you were poor, and I think either Gusto or Caicedo could have done better. But I blame Jackson for conceding that one because he was through on goal and he decided to make a foul on the defender. To me, it made no sense. Like, Sanchez didn't have, you know, you cannot blame him on that one because he had no save to make. It was a brilliant header by Chris Wood. You know, brilliant header. So there we go. You know, James Ward-Prowse getting a red card, which was the right decision because he deliberately handballed it before Jackson, you know, would have got to the ball. So I think that's the right decision. But yeah, overall frustrating. In terms of my man of the match, I'm going to give it to Robert Sanchez. You know, fair play to him because I told you that if he starts this game, he needs to really improve here on that vital performance, and he did. You know, because if also for Robert Sanchez, we'd have lost this game. He makes some big saves. You know, kept us. You know, allowed us to not lose this game. So I think Sanchez for me, man of the match. So keep it up. You know, Robert Sanchez, I keep on saying Jadon Sancho, is a good stopper. When it comes to mistakes and distribution, he just needs to improve. But today, he was my man of the match. So there we go. Palmer got the assist, you know. And so I think Palmer and Madueke were average. So if I would have given them a weight, so I would have given them a 6 because they were both poor. But Palmer got the assist. Madueke got the goal. So there we go. You know, Jadon Sancho, in the first half, he looked good. In the second half, he has dropped up a little bit. But listen, it's been frustrating, man. Frustrating. But listen, we didn't beat Forest, but at least we didn't lose to them at home. Yeah? There was one Big Six team here that have lost to Forest at home. And I'm not going to say the team's name. Otherwise, they'll have a go at me. But, you know, listen, the referee in this game, absolute disgrace because I didn't get why Kukurea got booked. I really didn't. Like, I didn't see him get into a fight, and also he got fouled, in the Wesker's manager area. I didn't get that. So for me, I think the referee was terrible in this game. He's not the main reason why we have not won this game, but he's part of it. So it's a disgrace. The only thing I will say is that the red card for James Ward-Prowse was good, but the Kukurea yellow card was terrible. Like, I feel sorry for Kukurea, man. He doesn't deserve the yellow card. But yeah, Kukurea and Wes Fofana will miss the Liverpool game. So it looks like the left back position will be Vega. And I'm not sure he'll be playing as right centre back, but I hope Tosin get a start on that one. I really do hope so, but we'll see what happens. But yeah, listen, man, frustrating result. Couldn't beat a 10-man or / low block Nottm Forest. We're still in 4th place. We're in a good position during the international break. But then after that, the tough test begins. And the first tough test for Enzo and Wesker is us going away to Liverpool at Anfield, which is a very, very difficult place to go to. So we'll see what he does in that one. But listen, guys, I'm frustrated. Us Chelsea fans are frustrated. But we move on. We still remain unbeaten. We're the second best attacking team in the Premier League. But frustrated that we didn't get a win, man. We didn't get a win. But I knew this game would be difficult. That's why I only went for 2-1 instead of like 3-1 Chelsea. And we was close, man. Like in Nkunku, man. Could have done better with the header. If that would have went in, I would have gone crazy. But Sales made a big save. But I think Nkunku should have done better. Really should have done better with that goal. But listen, the players, frustrating. The manager, frustrating as well in terms of tactics and the substitutions. But we move on. We didn't lose. We go to Liverpool at Anfield after the international break. We remain unbeaten, so I'll take it. But there's still a lot of work to do in terms of defending and also being clinical in the final third. Because when I've been telling people we need a striker, they all laughed at me. They all think I'm deluded. Now I understand why we needed the likes of Victor Osimhen, or maybe the likes of Juan, or also maybe Oli Walkers or Ivan Toney. We need a striker and we didn't get it, which is very frustrating. So there we go. But yeah, guys, that's the end of this frustrating and depressing video. If you guys haven't done so already, click subscribe button below. Give this a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. Just hit the bell notification as well. Depressing, frustrating. We take a point and we move on. So yeah, let's just, enjoy the international break and we can. And then we go away to Liverpool at Anfield. So the tough test will begin in 2 weeks' time. So there we go. So guys, thank you so much for watching. Enjoy the international break. Enjoy your weekend. And I'll speak to you guys again very soon. Take care. Goodbye. God bless. And as always, up the Chels. Peace.